Hi, this is Trepacer. Welcome to my spoilers review of Batman v Superman. I went to see it again today. I saw it at 12:30. I just got back, and I'm just gonna say I enjoyed it more, I think, this time than yesterday. Which is, I know it's kind of weird to say that, but I think I did enjoy it better the second time. Maybe I was too amped for it and stuff in anticipation. Maybe that's what it was. But whatever the case, I enjoyed the movie more the second time around. Okay, and the issues that I had with it before, with the kind of the pacing and the storyline, it didn't bother me as much. I know that's weird to say that, but it did. I thoroughly enjoyed it today. I think I enjoyed it more today than I did yesterday. I know it's weird to say that. So let's get into it, and I'm gonna have, like I said, have spoilers in this and tell you what I loved again and what I didn't like. Okay, so first, what I absolutely loved about this movie was Ben Affleck as Batman and Bruce Wayne. I thought he absolutely killed it. You got to actually see him be a detective to figure things out, and you actually got to see him. And I loved the origin story. A lot of people said they didn't want to see it. It's been done to death. Bruce's parents getting murdered. Like every movie, people are tired of basically Bruce Wayne's parents getting killed over and over again. So, but that didn't bother me. I love the way Zack Snyder shot the scene. It was just done beautifully, artistically, and just absolutely like breathtaking. And it just looked fantastic to me. I love the way it was shot, nice slow motion, and I love they showed the funeral with him and then Bruce running off into the woods and stuff to try to get away from it. His parents' death and then him falling through the through the thing and then seeing the bats and then the bats lifting him up. I thought that was beautiful the way it was shot with him just the dream saying thinking that the bats lifted him up. I thought that was beautifully shot and realized. That was absolutely breathtakingly filmed. And again, this is an adult movie. I don't think this movie is as much for kids as much as this is for fanboys and for adults. I think not so much kids. I mean, the kids will probably appreciate the latter part of the action that goes on in the third act, but I think this movie is an intelligent movie. And I know, like I said, a lot of people had trouble with the pacing of it, and they thought that it jumped all over the place. And I think initially I did think that in the beginning, but once I saw it again today, that didn't bother me. And I loved again Lex Luthor, who's best played by Jesse Eisenberg. At first, I wasn't too thrilled about him being picked. Like a lot of people, I want somebody else to be Lex Luthor. But once they picked him and I saw the trailers, I didn't mind him being Lex Luthor. And I thought Jesse Eisenberg did a great job. And Lex Luthor was behind everything basically in this movie. He was the mastermind behind a lot of stuff in this movie, and he just really killed it. I thought he just killed it. And the part that just really kind of sealed the deal for me for him was after he met with the senator played by Holly Hunter, and she gave him that line about you can call it piss and call it Granny's iced tea or something, and I still wouldn't drink it. And then later when they have the hearing, and then she's giving her speech, and then all of a sudden she looks to her right, I think it is, and she sees the jar with the tea in it, and it says Granny's iced tea in it, and that it just throws her off, and then you see her look at the seat where Lex Luthor is supposed to be sitting, but he's not there, and then boom, just oh my God, just that scene just killed that just solidified his villain status for me in that movie. I just that this son of a this mother effer he is Lex Luthor doing that. Okay, I know he's Alexander Luthor, the son of Luthor, but he just absolutely killed it to me. Just that scene, that little byplay, just kind of sealed the deal for me. That this Lex Luthor is just he's not screwing around. Okay, and he's the one that set up. He was the one. We saw the trailer and we saw Batman reading the note saying, "You let down your family." That was Lex Luthor doing that, manipulating. Of course, he knew Bruce Wayne was Batman, and he knew that Clark Kent was Superman. He knew that, and he just manipulated them into having the showdown. And actually, the showdown didn't happen the way you see from the trailers. And I kind of like that they didn't. It wasn't just because Superman did have a problem with the way Batman and his Clark Kent. He was trying to get Perry right, to try to report on this. Say, listen, the way he was raised, this is not fit. Vigilante justice is not, was not. He wasn't going for it, and he was trying to get Perry Wright to respond to that and write up, but Perry Wright wasn't interested in that. He said, "You don't want," he's basically saying, "So what?" Perry White was just saying, listen, we can't report on that. That's that's old. The Batman's been around for 20 years. Okay, that's old news. Okay, I have to report on the here and now. And Clark just wouldn't let it go, and so he confronted Batman. It's basically telling him to knock it off. Okay, and what I love again, they weren't originally. I guess you thought that since Batman lit up the signal that they were going to fight. Just because Batman lit up the signal and Superman was coming there because he lit it. No, but Superman was going there actually to reason with Batman because at that point Lex Luthor, who again killed it again, Jesse Eisenberg, when he showed Superman the photos of his mom, and that was just another chilling scene where Jesse Eisenberg just absolutely killed it, and Henry Cavill killed it in that scene too as well when he threw the photos. He had the photos and then he just threw them at him, and Superman dropped to his knees and had the one photo of her, and just, oh my God, that was just, and you saw his eyes lit up like he was gonna disintegrate Lex Luthor in a minute, and it's just again another scene that just solidified Lex Luthor just being a evil son of a, and just being a total, a true villain. Okay, that just solidified it for me, and then the fight, of course. Okay, I think originally I wanted the fight to last a long time, but then realistically, I think the fight couldn't last that long anyway. Even really, I mean, not really. Batman would either die of a heart attack trying to beat, the human body. So the fight was just the right length. Okay, I think, and the way it went down too was beautifully executed. I liked the way it went down, and I liked the fact that what got Batman to stop and to basically discover his humanity was, Clark, Superman saying Martha, saying Martha, and of course he flashed back to his mom, okay, who also name was Martha, which I thought that was pure genius, having the name, both of them have the same name. I never realized that all the time, that Martha Kent and Martha Wayne, they had the same name, and that would kind of snap Batman back to reality. Lois Lane showed up and said, "Yeah, why'd you say?" And Batman's just like, Bruce is freaking out, going, "Why'd you say that name, Martha? Gotta say Martha." And then, of course, she tells him that's his mom, and then that's when he realizes that Superman has a mom and he's a person, and he's not just an alien. He's a person with a mother and somebody that loves him, and he's a son, and then of course he instantly relates to him, and that stops him from killing Superman. And it's just, and I thought that moment was done beautifully in the movie. And then of course he makes the promise that he tells Superman to go take care of Lex, and he makes you a promise, I'll save your mother. And he goes and he does it, and then you see the scene that they showed before in the last trailer, in the final trailer with Batman, and we didn't know at the time that I was actually Batman going to rescue Martha Kent, which I thought was a badass. And the scene is actually a lot better than what we've seen. You actually see Batman, getting a few hits and getting hit, and him just basically just destroying. I love the part where he comes to the wall and just grabs the guy, and then he has the gun, and the other guy goes, "I'll kill it, I'll do it." And he said, "Yeah, I know you will." And then he shoots him anyway, and then just covers Martha Kent with with his cape and stuff to protect her, and then tells her that I'm a friend of your son. And I thought that was just a beautiful moment. Okay, I really thought, really, yeah. Sorry for that interruption. I had to answer the knock there, but let me get back. Yeah. So anyway, that where he saved Martha Kent, I thought that was really a nice scene. Well done. Okay, and I got to talk about Gal Gadot as well. I thought she killed it as Wonder Woman. Again, like I said, I wasn't too thrilled with her being Wonder Woman at first, but then I saw the pictures and stuff, and then I started warming more to the idea of it. And then I thought she did a fantastic job. She didn't have that many lines, but I thought she killed it in the scenes that she had with Bruce Wayne, Ben Affleck. I thought she was really good, and of course at the final fight, I thought she was just a total badass. You got to see her cut Doomsday's hand off, lose the magic lasso on her, and just be a warrior, which is just so nice. And I love her little back and forth with Bruce Wayne and stuff when she first, she stole the hard drive that he actually was stealing from Lex when he was copying the disc. And I love that whole scene because there was a lot of different things going on. Clark, Batman, Superman, Bruce Wayne was there, to basically, get the information from Lex, and Clark was there as a reporter, and he was overhearing it, because it's superhero. He could overhear him and Alfred Alfred and Bruce, you could hear them talking, and of course, then Diana was there, and then she, of course, was there for her own reasons, to get the picture back, and she, took advantage of the fact that Bruce was there for that. And I just love, like I said, their whole interaction, and I love their interaction at the end too, where basically, where he actually sends her the email with the once he, breaks down the disc, decrypts the disc, and he sees all the metahumans. He sees her, Cyborg, Aquaman, and the Flash, and I love that part where she, you see her. I like the way they integrated it into the movie. So they had like little miniature cameos in there. It didn't, to me, it didn't take away from the story. It didn't detract it from me at all, because that was just part of what Bruce was doing, investigating. So I think, to me, it went with the flow of the movie. Okay, so that's why that part didn't bother me at all. Okay, I know a lot of people were saying that there was too much in it and stuff, but that didn't bother me whatsoever. And I like that she was looking at the stuff, and I like when Bruce first saw the picture of her, and then he saw the 1918 picture with her and Steve Trevor and the other gentlemen, and just saying, "Who are you?" He's wondering who is she, and then I like when she got the email from Bruce, and she was looking at that, and then she looked at the footage of the Flash and Aquaman and Cyborg. I thought that was just such a cool moment. Okay, just really, that just was just a kick-ass moment to me in the movie. Okay, and I also love when Bruce had the nightmare, and the nightmare sequence, and then he woke up, and then he had the vision, basically a Flash coming to him from the future, saying, I think Lois was the key. I think he was telling him Lois is the key, I think, and telling him to save her. I think that's what he was saying. Okay, and I love that the way he looked in the futuristic costume. I guess I think he was coming from the future to warn him and stuff. So I thought that was great. I thought that was absolutely fantastic. I love that part. That was very well done to me, in my opinion. Okay, and again, like I said, what I didn't appreciate, I guess, the first time I saw it, is the Clark moments in the movie, which I really, now seeing it again, I really appreciate it. Especially after the Senate blew up. The Senate hearing thing blew up, and Clark was on the balcony with Lois in her hotel room, and he was telling her that he was telling her that Superman was never really real. That was just my father's idea. I was trying to follow my father's ideals of helping people and stuff, and it wasn't really real. Like, and he was just completely disillusioned that he couldn't see that bomb there that was there, that he was so focused on trying to justify himself. He didn't see the real danger that was there, and it just gutted him. And you could tell there were other moments too where he was watching on TV and stuff, and then when Lois told him the first time you see Clark, when she's she's in the bathtub, and she's telling him how the people died, and he's saying he didn't do it, but she's wondering if she could love him and he can still be him. There was just so many good Clark moments in this movie. Like I said, originally I think I wanted more Clark in there, but I think he had just enough. I think because you kind of had to balance it with Batman, I think, at the same time, which is why, of course, I really want them to do another solo Superman movie, because I think Henry Cavill gets it, and I think he makes a great Clark Kent Bruce Wayne. Clark Kent Bruce Wayne. He's a good Clark Kent Superman. I think he does a great job in the role, and I would like him to have another solo movie where, now that we know, where he's fully Superman and embraces it, and he's Clark, and he's balancing it, and he's doing his thing. And I would like to see Brainiac be a villain. That would be a great villain in the next solo Superman movie. I really wish they do that. After they do the Justice League movie, they do a solo Superman movie and a solo Batman movie, because again, I think Ben Affleck just absolutely nailed it. He's been the best Batman in movies by far. I think he just absolutely killed it. So I would like to see a solo Superman movie and a solo Batman movie. I really would. Okay, after the Justice League movies, I really I hope they do that. I really hope they do. Okay, because I think those two actors kill it, and you can even have them make cameos in each other's movies, which I think would be cool. Okay, I think that would be totally cool. Okay, and anyway, the final fight in Doomsday. Of course, I know people, when they first saw him in that second trailer, thought he looked like a Ninja Turtle. But of course, in this movie, when you see him fight, he actually evolves. He gets hit with a nuke, and he actually, gets his hand chopped off by Wonder Woman, and he evolves, and he looks more like the Doomsday that that we all know and love. And I love that final fight. The final fight was great, and then it just got to me again today. We're actually watching when Superman basically, after he got the spear, the kryptonite spear, and Lois pulled him out of the water, and then he tells her that he loves her, and and then she realizes what he's gonna do, and he's gonna and then they Wonder Woman's holding him, Batman shoots him with the grenade, with the kryptonite grenade, and then Superman with the spear, and then Doomsday spears Superman. Just that was just that was a moment. Okay, that was just again. I love the way they showed Gal Gadot fighting as Wonder Woman. I thought that was just kick ass, and I'm so looking forward to her movie. I think she's just going to be a great kick ass Wonder Woman. Great choice, Zack Snyder, for picking her. She just killed it in the role. So I'm looking forward to her solo movie. And what else I want to talk about? Again, Lex. I talked about Lex, right? I thought he just talk about Brent Affleck. I think he killed it. Talk about Gal Gadot, and I think again Amy Adams. I think she had more to do in this movie. I think, which I thought was really, she wasn't so much a damsel in distress. She had more to do. You actually see her investigating things and stuff. And I love that first scene when you see the first appearance of Superman, when they're in the desert in that hut, and Superman flies in, and the guy's holding her, like by the arm, and got a gun in her head, and then Superman gives her that look, and then she lets and they know, and then she lets go of the guy's arm, and then Superman just super speeds and just takes the guy. You don't even see them. That's how fast they move. And I thought that was a great killer scene. I thought that was just one of the best. And also the scene, the fight scene when after Batman's like kicking Superman's ass, and then when the gas wears off, and Superman, Batman's punching him, and then he realizes it's not having an effect, and Superman gives him that look, and then Batman backs up, and then he just pushes him through the floor. I thought that was just again a killer moment. Okay, and just. Like I said, this movie, like I said, I don't know, I can't think I was maybe too hyped for the movie, and my expectations, of course, after waiting so long. So that's why I don't think I appreciate the movie yesterday as much as I did today, which I know is a weird thing to say, but I think that's my honest opinion about it. I think I appreciate the movie more now. I think I really enjoyed it today. I really, really did enjoy the movie a lot more today, and I thought. Again, Holly Hunter, I thought was really good too as a senator and stuff. Who wasn't kowtowing to the Lex Luthor. She wasn't. She was sticking to her guns, and that's what makes that moment when she realizes the T is there, and then she realizes it unnerves her, and then she sees he's not there, and then boom! That was just again that moment. That was a great moment in the movie. Just really and just again solidified Lex Luthor's evil. That and again. Him kidnapping Martha Wayne and having the photographs and throwing them at Superman and just that you say you son of a so you that's what I said you and then I like the Batman confronting them towards the end of the movie too in the cell. I thought that was great. I wish he would have branded him, not on the head, that would have been kind of obvious, but I guess he would have branded Lex maybe on the neck or something. That would have been cool. And then I like the speech. I like at the end where Batman and Wonder Woman are talking, and he says, "Listen." Diana's talking to Bruce, and they said, "Listen, we gotta, get them together. Just a feeling." She said, "Why?" And he said, "Just a feeling." And then, of course, you see that picture later in Lex's father's study, where and that's got to be Darkseid, okay. And then at the end where you see the dirt shifting, okay, and Superman's gonna get resurrected. And I wonder how they're gonna do that. Whether they're gonna have Darkseid be the one that resurrects him, or just resurrects on his own, which I think would be better. I don't want to see Superman controlled by Darkseid. Okay, I just don't want to see that. I'd rather either they put him in that Matrix thing that they put Doomsday in, and that's how he gets revised, or they were showing the dirt moving, so maybe he just, when the sun hits him, he just revives and comes up. And I know they try it for dramatic purposes. Maybe they'll say, hopefully if they do that, I hope they don't make him miss part of the first part of the movie. I really used to don't have him show up towards the end of the movie. I really wish they had his resurrection be in the first beginning part of the Justice League movie. That's what I really hope they do. I hope they don't save it for like the climax of the movie or something. No, I want Henry Cavill. I want him to be I want him to be in most of the Justice League. So I want him to get resurrected in the beginning of the movie. Maybe even have like a prologue or something, and have them fighting some other a villain or something, and then all of a sudden Superman comes back and he has the suit, not the regular suit, the white and black suit. I would love that. Get resurrected like that, and then the Darkseid stuff starts happening, and the parademons come over and stuff, and I like what I saw now when coming back. I didn't focus so much yesterday, but I did when they were showing Cyborg's origin and the boom box, the boom tubes, or the boom box is the boom box. We actually focused on that, which was cool, and then that kind of resurrected, Cyborg and woke him up, and he was screaming and stuff. I thought that was really cool, and getting Joe Morton to be Silas Stone, I thought it was just again another great touch. And like I said, I know I watched a lot of people's reviews of this movie, and I know Jerry Johns didn't like it as much, and I know Chris Duckman didn't like it as much, and Smo's Nose didn't like it as much. But I like those guys' reviews, but in this case, I'm going to disagree with them. And I the Flip Pick gave it a B, and I think I would give it a B too, or an 8 in my opinion. I gave it an 8 yesterday, and I'm still stick with that 8. Okay, it wasn't perfect. Okay, and maybe my expectations were too high for it going in, but I still enjoyed it. And like I said, I enjoyed it more after watching it for a second time, I think, too. And I think the problems that I had with it initially, with the pacing and stuff in the storyline, when I saw it today, I didn't have those issues. And I liked the movie. I gotta be perfectly honest. I really enjoyed it better this time, the second time, and I'm gonna go see it again probably next week for a third time and see, what my feelings are for it still again. But I have to honestly say I really enjoyed it the second time more than the first time. I know that's kind of weird to say, but I did. And I know Grace Randolph, who does Beyond the Trailer, she loved the movie, and I liked her review and stuff, and her things for what she wants in the future Justice League movies. You should watch those videos. It's really good, and like I said, I enjoyed the movie a lot. Again, I thought Ben Affleck was the best thing about this movie. I thought Henry Cavill, Superman, I thought he's great. I do wish he had more to do in this movie, but I realized you had a lot of things to cover in this movie. But I still think Henry Cavill kills the role, and which is why I want to see him another solo Superman movie. I really do want him to have another solo Superman movie, because I think he gets the part, and he just kills it when he plays it. And I think it would be great to give him another solo Superman movie. I really do, and I do want to definitely see a solo Batman movie, because Ben Affleck is just killing it as Batman. He just absolutely killed it. Okay, and I'm looking forward to Justice League. I'm glad it comes out next year. I don't have to wait, and maybe they can start filming it in April. Who knows? Maybe by December, maybe we'll get a teaser trailer for Justice League. I would love that, because they'll be filming April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. That'd be 8 months of filming. So maybe they can give us like a little teaser trailer around Christmas time. That would be great. I would love that. A nice teaser trailer for Justice League movie. I would love that. Okay, but anyway, so that's my spoiler review where I talked about anything. Again, Diane Lane, I thought was great as Martha Kent, and I liked what she said about him, that she didn't want to give him to the world. Yeah, basically, which I thought was great. And I love Kevin Costner having that cameo where Superman's lost and Clark is lost, and he's traveling in that snowy mountain thing, and he sees his father, and they have that little talk, and I just killed all the Superman and that music. I love that music from Hans Zimmer from Man of Steel, which they used in this movie. I loved it. It's just something about that music that's the hopelessness, not the hopelessness, the hopefulness of that music just really gets to me, and I really like that. So anyway, I think I covered everything I wanted to cover in this. Okay. Oh yeah, I do want one other thing, I guess. I don't mind Batman killing people in this movie. Again, okay, I know people say, "Oh, Batman had the one rule and stuff," but come on, circumstances, 20 years of crime fighting, okay. I think after a while, Batman is allowed. Okay, I think the killing didn't bother me, and like I said, Christian Bale's Batman did, and Michael Keaton's Batman actually murdered in their movies as well. So I have no problem with Ben Affleck's Batman in this movie. Killing people, okay, and time was of the essence, and he had to rescue Martha Kent. Okay, he had a certain time that he had to get stuff done. Okay, and again, I love his first appearance too, in that that house, I guess, where you saw him up there. He was just like hiding, and then the cop, tried to find him, and he just repelled out of there. I thought that was so cool, and that was like almost like out of a horror movie. And the woman would come out the cage and said, "No, the devil saved us," and he's still up there. I thought that was great. Absolutely fantastic. Anyway, again, I'm gonna give this movie an 8. I gave it an 8 yesterday. I'm gonna still stick to that 8. The movie wasn't perfect, okay, but despite its flaws, I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to the more future DC movies. Looking forward to Wonder Woman, Justice League, the Soul movies. I'm so looking forward to those. I think DC is off to a nice start. I know a lot of people are hitting mitts on this movie and saying, oh, they didn't like it. It's too jumbled, and a lot of people wanted it to be great, and they think it wasn't great. I I think my expectations were way high, exactly, and I don't think it quite lived up to my expectations. It's not a perfect movie by a long shot, but it's an entertaining movie, and I love the performances in it. And the plotting aside, and some of the editing choices, which is why I want to see that director's cut version of it, because I think the director's cut will probably flesh out things a little bit more better. Okay, but still in all, I enjoyed the movie a lot, especially the second time around. I have to reiterate that I really enjoyed it the second time around, and I'm gonna go see it again next week. And just I really want to say thank you, Zack Snyder and Chris Terrio and Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot and Jesse Eisenberg for making this movie. I really enjoyed it and appreciate your efforts. And I look forward to the future DC movies. Okay, and I hope this movie does very well. And I want to see more. Okay, I really do want to see more of this universe. Okay, I'm invested in it. Okay, anyway, that's it. I know this is a long video. It's probably about 25 minutes. It's going to be probably 26 minutes. But I wanted to get everything in there. So anyway, let me know what you think. Feel free to leave comments down below. And if you like this spoilers review, please hit the subscribe button down below. I have another channel called Paul's Views and Opinions. The link is in the description box below. Also links to my Facebook and Twitter as well. And let me know what you think. Feel free to leave comments down below again. And this is Trepacer saying so long and take care.